Hi guys, welcome to The Unpopular Opinion. I'm Kemi.
I'm Claire.
Prim.
And we're real.
Raw.
And we're saying it all. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us once again. We are doing a little fun, relaxed episode about relationship myths. The things that you hear every now and then, but is it true? But is it? Or maybe it has some...
Is it practical?
Some room.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it has something to it. Maybe it does. So the first one, which is the one that we hear all day, every day, everywhere, that all men cheat.
I call bullshit. No,
Okay.
they don't.
Mm-hmm. Because
No,
you found
they
yours who doesn't
don't.
cheat.
No, they. Let me even look in the
don't,
camera.
don't come out
No,
and say that.
they don't.
Don't come out and say that. Don't look into that camera. You say they don't. Like me,
Where you're hiding. So like you can deny.
They
I
don't.
say it with my chest, please. I say it with my chest. I just feel like we have boxed men into this little bubble of they cannot keep their penises in their pants, which is just low. Really?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like there's some men who are bigger than sex.
Yeah.
We've set the bar so low. It's
So
in hell.
low.
Yeah.
It's so low. And I'm pretty
There's a man once told me that you guys have reduced us to like
vegetables.
even me, like there's a time actually when Philip and I had just got married, and I was constantly talking and mad at men who cheat, and then in front of our friends actually, he asked me a really a question I had never asked. He's like, but do you think I'm going to cheat on you? I said no. He's like, then why are you constantly battling?
yeah.
You get, is that what you think of
Why
me?
does it trigger you?
And I was triggered on behalf of other women. that the collective trauma we've always faced. You're always constantly worried that your man is going to cheat and hurt you so badly. And my husband asked me, "Is that how low you think of me?" You get, because why are you afraid of something if you know I won't do it? You get, and there's so many men that are like that. They're like, listen, a penis is not just going to. Do you know? Have you ever used the latrine? Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Do you just go to any toilet?
But have you ever used the latrine? I feel like she has never.
I feel like
Moving
you're
on
using that
correctly.
example.
Let's investigate this. Because you guys,
Guys,
Claire,
It's not about me.
Claire did not
This
go to our
is
schools.
not about me.
No,
do you know a
we're
latrine,
going to
by the way?
investigate
Do you
it
know a
while we're
latrine?
here.
Have you been to a
Do you
latrine?
even know how they
I
look?
Have you ever been to
I
one?
do.
I
Claire.
That pipe that's on the inside. Do you know what that one does?
Which
Did
pipe?
you even study that in school?
Thanks.
That
She has never been in
yes.
a
No,
latrine.
listen. I
You know
have.
You know that we went to latrine so much that it was at a syllabus. Oh,
You know what
I
we
liked
used
the
to
latrine.
used to
draw?
to
Yes.
go to the latrine.
Yes, but also
So,
we used to
to
draw
be
the
fair-
latrine and put the things that.
To be
go with
honest, I do not
ventilators.
know how to aim. So I don't use latrines. Doesn't matter where I am. I don't use, but I've used them before.
Have you?
I have.
Oh, so you would never
Like
know where to squat.
I
Wasn't it the
just
space
pee
of
on
a
my
brig?
leg. If you ever see me coming out of that bathtub latrine, by the way, just know I always just pee on my leg.
Governor, yes, we are
Moving on, you
experienced.
know.
You just then move behind them, come in front, then
When it's like,
squeeze in and
it's like,
Do you know
all
I
of the
legit,
positioning.
anytime I've had to, which is why even toilets I make sure I use extremely clean toilets because I need to sit.
damn, it
I
must be
can't.
nice. No wonder you buy
can't
vegetables in the
beg
supermarket.
at school.
It's okay. You can continue with your point.
Moving on, guys, abundance. Latrines are not in my future or in my past. Anyway, moving on.
there you get dios on the way to anywhere up country, Claire.
You guys, I
On
can't.
the way
I
to
don't even
anywhere.
eat. Do you know I don't eat when I'm going up
Claire.
country?
And I know, even
I
when
don't
I'm
eat.
on a bus usually.
On a bus, I don't eat. I try as much as possible to make sure that the toilets I go to are extremely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Where?
let's let you
Where?
finish your point. You said, for example, latrine, which you've never been in.
No. Anyway, so moving on. The latrines, you know, you do you use any toilet?
What do you mean?
Do you go to just any toilet? You just don't care.
Oh, no, of course I get
Yeah, well, a man that sticks his penis in every woman, it's like use a toilet. I'm not a toilet. You get what I mean? And there's so many men who respect themselves so much that they're not going to
Just do
yes,
everywhere. Go to any
exactly. But also there are men out there who respect women.
It's true. That's true.
There are men
There are.
out there who love
He respects you enough
their
to know that
women.
even when he's cheating with you, he's being disrespectful to you. Because you deserve a certain
level
No,
of
it's not just disrespecting his wife, but he's also disrespecting you. He knows that you deserve a certain title, a certain, like to be seen with him in public, what. Because I feel like when he's hiding you, of do not call me at this time, do not look at me in public, do not, you understand?
Yeah.
Even him, in his heart, he knows that he's being disrespectful
Yeah,
to
he
you.
does.
Because
Men know
you deserve
that they're
so
being
much better. He
disrespected.
knows that you deserve so much
But
better.
are you demanding for the better? Because not even, you don't even, for a man who is not going to cheat, by the way, you don't need to demand it. He knows it because he respects his woman and loves her and knows the pain it's going to bring to her if he cheats.
You know what asks me about the thing of all men cheat, apart from it setting the bar so low, is that I feel like we provide
The platform.
Yeah, we provide a platform for. It's like we're saying that men are children, which they are not.
Yeah,
it's like we're saying they don't have the ability to have self-control because even us, we get tempted, correct? But you're a person with a spirit, a soul, a consciousness, but we reduce you so
much to your penis.
And we reduce it so much that they begin to believe it. Like, of like, nah, I'm just a guy. You know, remember, her and I worked together for a while. I remember there were instances sometimes that like, those instances of someone has done something inappropriate and you're responding to it, you're saying, no, you can't act like that. And then women are like, but that's just how men are. Relax.
Yeah,
And I'm
you
like,
are the problem.
so I should excuse this bad behavior. And also the guy is like, as in,
He actually keeps quiet and he's just like, women, take the floor.
Did you want me to
take
do?
the floor. Guard
Let's
that
leave you to
patriarchy.
fight.
Guard that
the
patriarchy.
gatekeepers.
Stand at the gate with your spear.
Yes, he's just standing there like the victim of, did you see, oh my God, did you see how she overreacted? And the
And he
women are just
sends
like,
his army of women to
and the women are just like,
fight for him.
you
That alone,
believe it?
that
Why was she
alone,
overreacting? All he did was
doesn't she know that he's always like this with each and every one of us?
Yeah.
Like he's always playing like that.
So I wanted to shout out to the men that don't cheat and intentionally so, not the ones that are not tempted, the ones that don't. We see you, we appreciate you, we love you because you love us and you put us ahead of any desires you may have.
I would also like to first say though that what the context of cheating we are using in this case is sex, right? Because cheating is also emotional cheating. It's very broad. It's emotional cheating. And for you to go, there are people who go and share like deep things about their partners to other people. Of, oh, I love how you take care of me. My wife doesn't do this and that. You take care of me. My husband is never
And
present.
by the way, usually
My
women are the
husband is
ones
not
who emotionally
present.
cheat.
Yes, we do emotionally cheat. That's true. As women, we emotionally cheat a lot. Of you see, you're even calling me 4 times. My husband doesn't call me this
At
much.
all, yes.
He doesn't call me at all. So yes,
And then you open your heart
so
and
I
soul
would
to
like
this
to know,
person.
yes, that context, the context of cheating
that we're talking about
is bird. So yeah, now
we're talking
it's
about
mostly
sex, but it's different
yes.
because for women naturally I don't know, there's a way we lean into like emotion or whatever, so it's easier for us to cheat in that way.
Emotionally.
It reminds me of that Tyler Perry movie, or what do you guys remember it, where the chick was I don't know, there was something going on in their marriage, they were not happy. And so this guy, she started working with this guy who was amazing and stuff. Then she even said wearing nice lingerie.
Yeah.
Not to sleep
I don't
with
remember
anything,
what movie was.
but she just became
we
more
do
sexy,
that
became
quite
more-
a lot. When you
That
see
is us.
we improve the way we dress because there's
There's a guy
at
giving
work
us
who says
attention.
that
your hair is
compliments
nice.
you.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
necklace is nice.
While you're
Someone who makes you
while your
feel
husband
good.
doesn't, yes. While women will choose, I feel like I constantly catch myself being intentional about not cheating.
Yeah.
And that means not putting myself in situations with people that I know.
Me.
Because I know that there are
Exactly.
people who actually do, that I've met that emotionally water me. You understand? They get me to a point where I could do this, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a very conscious thing, a conscious decision of, let me remove myself from this. Like the even reach point of, I will not be talking to so and so again for some time until whatever this is
goes
passes.
away.
Thing I'm
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah,
that,
yeah, that's why I'm like, when we talk about cheating, it's not fair for men to say they're the only ones that have temptations, because we also have this
Our
temptation. And for
own
women to
temptations,
cheat, while
yeah.
for men it's visual. He'll
Ours
imagine
is
your butt,
emotional.
your what, for a woman to cheat, just know that she has taken
emotional.
some time.
Getting to know this person,
Girl, they are
giving
frying her.
herself
Bateka mo tungulu, bateka mo nyanya,
put her in the
green
oven.
pepper, put her in the oven, remove, boil,
Put
boil
more.
the Irish, deep fry it,
Marinate.
Put
By
some
time-
sauce.
By the time
Put
she
it
cheats,
back.
she didn't wake up and like meet someone yesterday
Yeah,
and did it.
it's
She
rare.
has-
Relationship
it's
has-
been yes, it's been like
in the
a
works.
work
And you know,
relationship. Yes, it's in the works,
and
yes.
just like men are more inclined to physically cheat, women are more inclined to emotionally cheat, which also then leads to physical
Yes.
intimacy.
Yeah.
And as a woman, my husband did say to me that there's some spaces you will never catch him. You get?
Yeah.
Because there's too much temptation.
Yeah, just in your
It's just
face.
like me. The moment, that's as you said, the moment I identify this person may feed me emotionally,
You're like,
immediately you will
They'll
not
give me
be my
something
friend.
about
You
it.
will, if you get it immediately, even if there's a may, because those things grow involuntarily.
They do.
Involuntarily.
Because like you can
Yeah,
help someone,
and
you
it's
start
free.
hanging out with
Very
them.
quickly.
And you're like, why did I ever think someone does something you're like,
I think
you're
I like you.
not
And you start thinking
You're
about
not
them.
nice.
And then you start giggling around them, and then you
Yeah,
start
I
caring
have-
about what
Yeah,
they
I
think.
have a friend of mine that I know is very, you know, like someone you keep calling an ass. They're like, you're such an ass, but like I've always known this. Like we've known each other for like what, like 12,
Yeah.
10 years, right? So recently, like we were somewhere, and then my sandals were cutting me. You guys immediately removed his shoes, his sandals, gave them. The next thing you know, as I'm trying to open, he's like, no, he comes and like helps me open my sandals. I'm like,
Get away from
hell?
me.
What do you want? I'm like, you're like,
Be gone.
I know you to be like, why are you being nice
And
to
that
me?
very
I've
simple
always been-
thing will
Yes.
turn your.
I am talking about it on this episode.
Yeah.
Like, where I'm discussing it because it stayed with me. Like,
Yeah.
what?
And those
Yeah.
And I
gestures
kept,
can
in that
stay.
moment, I was just like, if I was talking with Bobo and I said my sandals, he'd just be like, why did you
Why
wear
did you
them?
wear them?
Did you know?
And then he
Did
moves
you know?
on with his
And then,
life.
we just continue. Like immediately there was that immediate comparison of, would this person have done this and that? And then it was the way, you know, like you immediately walk with this person and they're just immediately carrying your bag. And I just like,
And you're like,
devil, be
Okay,
gone.
go
Like,
away
I
from
told
me.
myself,
Behind
yes, I'm
me.
not seeing them for another like 6 months until we are now back to fellow
He's
fellow
an
guys where it's just
But yeah, it's 100%. But for the women who keep themselves from spaces where they are tempted, we see you too. We
Yeah.
see you too. Because we have
It's
sometimes we
actually
women we
a
walk
choice.
around
You
with
choose.
such a chip on our shoulders
choice.
that we don't cheat.
Yeah.
Bambi, if you're talking to that guy that is not your husband or partner,
and you're
in
telling
any
them
kind of way,
deep
and
things
they're
of,
telling
you know
them,
what
Bambi,
time
you are
came last
cheating.
night,
So
I know, right?
he da-da-da-da.
take that chip off your
Especially
shoulder.
guy besties, our guy besties.
Our
Guys,
guy
oh my god,
besties.
okay, let's not chill work wives and work
What
husbands.
was that?
Work wives and husbands. Oh my god.
those things.
Work wives and
Those things
husbands.
it's such a thin line that you'll be walking on.
Yes.
Very,
It
very
is a
nice.
thin and shaky line.
Even the fact that you call him your work husband means
Yeah.
Why are you
something.
attaching even that one
What
husband
word
wife?
to someone
You
else
know
that
what's
is
funny?
you're
Your
not
mates
married
even know
to?
them. They're like, by the way, Prim, you know that it's so and so that takes care of your husband at work, and you know, like it's just like a joke that goes around, like, yeah, it's okay.
You know how jokes always have truth.
They do,
That's the
and they lead to truth
My
sometimes.
guy. I think
Anyway.
that's a whole other thingy. Like,
Yes.
episodes.
Oh my god, we should talk
Because-
about work. Yeah.
anyway,
Oh,
those things
yeah.
were my bestie, my best. Do you remember those things were my best friend in girls and my best friend
Yeah,
in
boys.
boys?
boys.
And my best friend in boys will take us. Anyway, okay, another one is that men always make the first move.
No,
Me, I have said repeatedly, I'd rather eat a jean jacket than make the first move. I just want to continue to reiterate that because it could not be me. However, I think it's dope that women now feel, you know, like it's free. You can, you
Yeah.
may.
I've said it before. I don't think
You
I
shall
made
not
the first
wait
move, but
for
I
it.
placed myself.
Yeah, you
I
quoted
placed,
that.
yes, they
Positioned
like, yeah, I positioned
yourself.
myself.
me,
For
there
you
is not
too.
going to be a subtle hint or a hint. It is going to be, I like you, do you like me?
You and Zerida, one
What can
person.
we do?
And we move
She also
on
says the same thing. Like for her, she'd rather just be
together.
like you.
If you don't like me, nange wewe koma,
At
I
what?
move
At no
on.
point do you ever feel like
I
but
don't
did
do
this
crushes.
person
You know those
chase
things how
me?
people like crushes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be chased. For what? We're not kids.
I don't
No,
think
back
the
when
things
we
about
were
being
kids,
kids.
yeah,
I like
it's
that.
not
I
about
like
even,
the
not
pursuit.
even that. I don't. I really just don't. State what you want. Or I state what I want. You get this.
As in, you can tell me that you're interested, but I
I,
still
I
would like to
hate
be
linger.
pursued.
That linger. You get,
But it
now when
doesn't
I
have
tell
to
you
be a
I'm interested,
linger.
but being you saying that you're interested is not you pursuing.
No, it's the beginning of pursuit though.
Okay, then he can pursue.
Because you tell me you're interested,
get.
I'd like to take you on a date, and then you pursue
Yeah.
me.
No, but even if I'm the first person to say I like you, I'm interested, then you can pursue me. You get just nudging you a bit and say I actually really like you. In
stop
case,
just
yes. So like, what do you do?
stop calling me and asking if
Because I
I've
hate
eaten
that.
lunch.
Does he like me? Does he know?
You're
Oh
wondering.
my God!
That's
Yes,
nice
since
to
I was
know.
a kid, since I was a teenager, I would not be in those mood. I have a crush. I never had a crush.
I think it's anyway preference, because
I've
there are people who
always,
genuinely enjoy that. Like, okay, so now, ooh,
So
la la la. People who like it.
Mystery. Did he call last night? Did he
'Cause
not
even
call?
me, I don't
Are we
want-
cousins now? Are we
Because
brothers?
I also don't want those things of like, but I would like to be pursued. Like,
But you see, Claire
pursue.
But
said
I
something-
said I also
Pursue
like
me.
to be
Claire has
pursued.
actually said something that we thought we didn't think.
Yeah.
And I feel
You
like
can
we should have
give
stayed
him-
put there. Me telling you that I like you does not stop you from pursuing me.
That's
true.
Or
It
it's
does
like me
not.
saying, oh, by the way, whatever you're feeling, I also feel it. Or whatever you're not feeling, I feel this way.
Yeah.
So now you also have like, okay,
Yeah.
well, do you now you can say, oh, she likes me.
Let me
yes,
pursue.
let me actively
Yeah.
pursue this. But there's a feeling that when a chick approaches you first, it means that,
That it's
she's
you're the
one
one
who loves you now.
pursuing,
You
which
you
is not
relax.
the case.
That she has brought you
Yeah,
flowers.
she's
It's
now
not-
relaxed.
yeah, no,
that
she's-
she has brought you
it's
flowers.
not the
It's
case.
just that she's
It's just that I'm
direct.
telling you I am interested in case you are wondering.
Yes, I'm
If
interested.
you, I am wondering if you're interested. If you're interested, I am interested too. If not, we move on
I think
with our
also
life.
the guy. Anyway, I was just
It's
thinking
how
that.
cats come to us and say, now pet me, I've allowed you. And they lie on you.
You give it permission. You kind of give it permission. The same way
Yeah.
you just give it him permission
I get
to
you. It makes sense.
pursue you and
Yeah.
say, listen, I'm available.
Yeah, I was just thinking it also requires like for men to be quite woke. Like it's like how we say, are we ready for the vulnerable man? Also, are we ready for the in charge
that,
woman?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are
For
lots
the
of men who
pursuant, for the pursuant woman.
are men ready to be pursued?
Are they ready to be pursued, by the way?
Because there are guys who be intimidated. That's the truth.
It's like,
Are they ready for that?
I
Confident
wouldn't pursue a man. I
pursuer,
would just-
woman.
there are even those who go and try, man, that chick liked me now. Then they just
And some
sit.
people find it a turn
they,
off.
they,
That's
yeah,
the truth.
That,
yeah.
that
So
you,
it has to be a man
that
who
yeah.
also is within your. He needs to be thinking the way you're thinking.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
thing.
true.
So for me
For sure.
personally, the reason I like control personally, I need to control the narrative, especially with these things of emotion.
Are you ready for the woman who is going to pursue? Pursuing.
So because of that, your reaction when I say I like you
Yeah.
tells me a lot
Determines, okay.
about who you are and
Yeah.
whether I actually want to be with you.
Yeah.
You get so. If I come to you and I say I like you and
Yeah.
it's a turn off for you, you're
No,
not
that's
the
not
man
for
for
you.
me because
This is
I am
true.
that woman.
Yeah. You're that
And
true.
then if I come to you and say I like you, and you go back and say maybe that chick asked me out and stuff, and pretend,
Yeah.
you treat me like
Yeah,
rubbish just
yeah,
because
like
I
it's a
opened my
bad
mouth.
thing, like
that
it's
also shows me that you
Yeah.
are not the
You
kind of
should not
man
be
for
with
me.
me, yes.
And then if I come to you and say I like you, and you respectfully say you don't like me,
I love
Good.
back
that.
in that
yes,
way. I
respectful,
love
yeah.
that, and listen, I wish you well, and I move on. I don't,
Yeah.
you guys, I don't let feelings build for. I wouldn't let feelings build for someone for 2
Do you
years.
ever wonder
and I've never
why
said anything.
you're like that? Because sometimes I feel like it's out of fear of reject. Like, have you
Not
ever thought
fear
that
of
it's a
rejection. I don't fear
rejection?
being rejected by guys. I don't want that lingering feeling.
You don't want to feel like
I
that.
don't want
that
to
someone
wake
else
up, oh
has-
my God, does he
that
love
someone else
me?
has that control
Yes,
over you.
I
You
know,
never
I
want to
can't.
let
No,
the
yeah,
reins
I've always
go.
been one of that. I cannot when if I like you and you like me, then yeah. But if you don't like me, you know those girls that have had crushes from the same guys, and when he comes, she starts to giggle and stuff. And I was never those. I would never be those women.
So what would you do? You just be like,
What if he doesn't like me?
like if your
I
crush
tell
comes
him
around.
quickly enough before it turns into a spiral.
By the way,
I
I do
can't
want this to
control my
go.
emotions.
Yeah.
So that if you say you don't like me, I end it there.
Okay, you really play it safe.
I'm a very safe player with friends, with everything. I'm a very safe player.
But you know that stems from like fear of like, I feel like it stems from a fear of
Being hurt.
of being
Yes.
hurt. Yes.
You know, it's because I'm not. You see how I keep saying that I'm the kind of person who it's hard for me to when I mean my feelings are involved. It's like we feel the same pain, but we react differently. Remember how you said when Philip and I first broke up, it was really difficult to stay away from him. That's me. I'm hopeless when I'm in love.
Anxious attachment.
Yes, I do, and I can't. I'm anxious attached to someone who doesn't really
And
care
that's
about
really
me.
different.
So I need to control.
I'm an avoidant.
You're an
Actually,
avoidant.
I'm
I'm so anxious.
And on those things of I want to leave you before you leave me.
Same. I'm always leaving before I'm left. But for me, there's a time I realized that it's still like it stems from a place of fear.
Yeah, it always comes from somewhere.
Yes, from a
It
place
always
of
comes
fear.
from somewhere. The myth that love is enough to carry the relationship forward. But you guys, before you went, I feel like the problem with this thing, because we've had it discussed many times. I'm sure when you guys have had that discussion, is love enough? Oh my God. I think the problem is how we are defining love.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Thank you.
It's how we are defining
Thank
love.
you.
Are we defining love as butterflies?
As feelings?
No.
As feelings? You guys, love is
We are
decisions.
defining.
It's
Thank
the hard
you.
stuff.
Love is decisions.
Yes,
Love
it's
is
the hard
respect.
stuff.
Love is
It's the definition of the love.
That we are
It's the hard
mixing,
stuff,
yeah.
right? It's the hard stuff. You remember even that time when we had a live about submission. I remember even then that was my that has always been my thing about submission.
Same.
Submission is the hard stuff.
Yeah.
It's not the things that you find easy of like Prim knows how to cook, she has cooked, she has submitted. No, she likes cooking. Surprise. No, it's the hard stuff. It's when I don't know, something happens that you're uncomfortable with and you say, I'm going to.
Yeah. Lately, one of the things that I keep telling people is that like when they're going through a hard thing and you come to a hard in their relationship, when you come to me, one thing I tell you is that when you see people celebrating 30 years, 10 years in marriage, they are celebrating 10 years of everything. 10 years of good, bad. 10 years when one of them had a cancer scare. 10 years of when one of them cheated and the other one forgave, or when one of them was having an emotional fling at work and they snapped out of it and they said, I have a husband at home. They snapped out of it and went back to default settings. They were sad when one of them met the person who they actually believe is the love of their life. You know that whole they in relationships for 40 years, when you're dating someone for 40 years or married to them, there'll be a time where you meet someone you're convinced is the one you should have married. They like the same things, your soulmates, your what, and you compare them to your husband or wife, and you will go back and choose the person that is back home that you know is the different things. There are times that you will not love each other. You will not. They ask you, do you love this person? You're like, obviously, but the feeling is not there. But you know that you would do things for this person. So also, love is in that different. It's when they say love covers a multitude of sins. It covers it's respect. It's you can't love people and then you're embarrassing them in public. That's why now narcissism comes in. You can't say I love you, but then you're being rude to your wife in public, or you're always saying you're exposing their weaknesses. I love Claire, but I'm constantly saying, oh yeah, but telling someone, a friend of mine, like, oh, but she's like this and that and that and that. Because one thing that is that love covers so many of these little things. You build them.
I'm just looking at the actual scripture of love, and for me, I keep saying and there's a time, maybe I shouldn't talk about that, but are you patient with the person you love? Patient means he will do whatever.
They'll do things,
They're going to do things.
They'll annoy you. They'll squander money.
Now, of course. They'll
be wastage. They'll do what? Then you're like, I'm
they
going
will
to be
raise
patient.
their voice. They will do what they are going to be human.
The hard thing.
Are you patient with them?
Yeah.
It does not envy. It is kind. Are you kind?
Kind.
To your spouse, to your person, to your
yeah.
partner. Are you kind?
Yeah.
Because if you think that when you come home late from a long day, you both come home late from a long day and you still expect her to cook, are you being kind?
Considerate.
Are you being kind?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So love
like
is
you have. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Be kind.
So when we say that love is enough, it's not enough. I feel like it's when we mean feelings.
Yeah, when we mean just like feelings.
Yes.
Which of course change.
Yeah, but love in that depth, like it's so deep in that depth of definition and whatnot.
It's enough.
It's enough.
Yeah.
It's actually more than enough.
It's more than enough.
Everything.
I think it's everything.
Yeah.
Yes, it's everything.
So glad we talked about that. Anyway, there's this one of opposites attract. I've not always found that to be the case. Not always. I know it happens a lot. There are many times, of course, your different strengths and weaknesses balance each other out. But have you ever met, I don't know, someone who is very similar to you. It's not that you don't have differences, but you're very similar.
They're like, and you, it's like you were your soul was asking for a question, and then like they were the answer.
Like you're similar. You're so similar. You have differences, but I don't know. I don't think it's always like, oh my god, super opposite. But I feel like there's things.
I am a Capricorn and they're a Gemini, and
Like
we
how,
are opposite.
like how you and Philip are opposites. There's those. Yeah, sometimes it applies, but I haven't always found that to be the case.
But I think our biggest strife is because we are opposite.
It's what brings you together, but it's also what makes you
different.
Really, 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 like our biggest strife
is over
because
that.
we're so different.
Yeah.
You get that is where the love is kind, love is patient, comes in.
Covers a multitude.
It covers a multitude because you're looking at this person and being like, what the hell are they doing? You get, so it's even people who are attracted to each other because they're similar. Those similarities are going to be the one.
There are things that you will actually.
These words, love is this, my word. If it's not, it is outside the First Corinthian description of love or attraction, whatever. It's just a buzzword. Move on. Like opposites do not. Yes, they attract when they are metal. You get. Not in humans. Sometimes the opposites repel. You know, it's just as it's not how it works. There's no rules in these things.
There's no formula. That's true. Okay. There is the myth that women should stay no matter what. Guma. No matter what, in all situations and all things,
which is you to stay. I'm gonna debunk that. Love is patient. Love is kind. But love is also not stupidity. Love is also not just rolling around on the floor and letting someone walk all over you.
You have to love yourself first,
You have to love yourself. Especially if someone is not loving you. Because you know, love is, relationships are give and take.
Yeah.
You get. If you're constantly the one giving and not getting,
there's a problem.
There's a problem. You get, there is a problem. And let me tell you, I have been there. It leaves you in 5 years if you're not getting what you're supposed to get from your spouse and you're getting the opposite of it, you will be a shell of yourself. You won't recognize yourself, and neither will the people that know and love you.
Yeah.
You get. So is it really worth staying with someone that is not loving you? Or not even loving you, maybe he's just, but if it's, what was the question again?
It was about, sorry, I was getting confused. That women should stay no matter what.
Yeah, so no matter what is that what? Do you understand?
What is your
what? Are your negotiables?
What are your negotiables?
Because someone will say that for me he can cheat, it's fine as long as he comes home every night. He doesn't sleep with other women. He
doesn't stay there. Doesn't spend the night here.
That is their
standard. Someone is like,
standard. You're like, for me,
how did you leave or when did you leave? That day he spent the night is when I was like,
exactly. So what is your no matter what?
Anyway.
And
or they can have children with other people, they just can't bring them to my home. Yeah.
Or you can sleep around, just don't have children.
Yeah.
You know, and then there are those of us who listen.
See how you guys, are you seeing the compromises? Like,
yeah.
See how
there's so many.
As long as. Yes.
And then there's those people who say, listen,
the bar is in hell.
I draw the line.
Oh
you stick in another penis in another one woman's vagina. Let us not even sugarcoat it, cheating and whatnot. You sticking your penis in another woman's vagina or mouth or whatever.
Yeah, it could also be the hand.
That could be the hand, the boobs. You never know that. The butt. Wherever, it doesn't matter as long as another woman has had your penis in any part of her body. For there are those people that say that's the line I draw.
Yeah. There are people who say that, oh no, we didn't I cheated, but no, we didn't have sex. It was just like okay, yeah, we made out.
Was just the hand.
We kissed and then it was
just the hand. It didn't enter, just remained in the bag.
Like they held your embarrassment, because sometimes your thing is that embarrassment that I've stood, I've been patient with it. They held our embarrassment to they gave a hand job to our embarrassment.
Anyway, so that's someone's, no matter what, is not the same as another person.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
But what do you have a no matter what, or for you just going to stay? They
Just
beat
have
you,
your-
you stay.
yeah.
And I understand there's nuances to these things, because if you're being beaten, I understand the
You guys using
psychological.
that word, and I was like, Claire, are you really getting that word, nuances? Because I don't know when to use it. I just keep hearing you throwing it in, and Fiona also throws it in. So I guess it's my turn to now say nuances.
It's your turn. You're done.
Now
Nuances.
go
Now
full
your
circle. So yes, so there's, and I just said I understand that a lot of us women have this thing of, you don't beat me, and then they beat us and we stay because it's more psychological than anything else.
It's like, do you know one thing? I can't. Sorry, I just went, because I remember recently who was talking about. I think it was Tura. We've talked about Tura a lot.
Yeah. Hi Tura,
Shout
we
out.
love you.
She's brilliant. She's brilliant. She was talking about actually the nuance of those things of staying. Of, oh, a woman has stayed in this position and we judge them. Oh, maybe why did this person this and why? And she was saying how everything is rooted in where we came from. Our ideas of safety rooted in where we came from. For a long time, I didn't know what is
As Bantu and Lower Nilotics migration.
Our parents and
What-
our
how we
growing
grew
up,
up.
our upbringing and all of
What
that.
is comfortable, even
Like,
if it
what
was
do you know?
negative and bad.
Like, what is your definition of
Comfortable.
safety? It's so different for everybody
I
because we grew
thought-
up in such
I
different.
thought you meant like Bahel Gazelle.
I'm like, it's chilling. Anyway, so I remember because it resonated for me so deeply, because when I went to therapy for my first time 2 years ago, and I'd come out of a relationship and stuff, is when I learned that my idea of safety was emotional unavailability. That's what it looked safe to me, because that's what I knew. When people are out here trying to be available for me, I'm like, why are you suspicious? Leave me alone.
Always saying
Can you
that.
give me
Back
space?
off.
Why are you calling me? Ask
Give me a
Claire.
minute.
I'll be like,
Be
why are you
unavailable a bit. So even with beating,
Right?
if you've grown up with that and that's your picture of safety, you can be younger for you. That's what you know and you're safe. You're like,
They beat
he's
They
beating
love me.
therefore I am
Yeah.
taken care of.
Yeah.
Or if he's
It's terrible.
psychologically or
Is
she,
it like
by the way,
grooming? Is it like
if
grooming?
he's psychologically unavailable or psychologically abusing you emotionally,
You won't even
abusing you,
realize it.
you're going to be like, at least he doesn't beat
Yeah,
me.
and even for men,
Or the
if you've
Because
grown
that's
up
what
being treated a
comfortable
certain way by,
Yeah.
or you've seen your mother treat your father a certain way, and
yeah.
for you
That's
see
what
that
you
that's
expect.
safe, those are the women you're going to be
Yes,
drawn
you're
to.
going to be
If
drawn
she
to,
speaks
yeah.
badly to you, like, yeah,
That's a powerful woman.
Yeah.
My woman
Oh,
is a boss
Good.
babe.
Because it's comfortable, because that's what you know.
Yeah, you saw your mom do that. Yeah,
guys,
but
our
mom-
childhoods are just trauma, and I don't even know. It's a lot. Anyway, let's do the last one, maybe.
Yeah.
The last one. Or we've talked about this. The myth that it's always women who need to be like sacrificing career, sacrificing
Friends, before we go any further, while we are there, guys, that thing leads to resentment. It leads to resentment.
Deep resentment.
The person that forward goes resents the other. There are high chances.
There's room
Some
for
people
chance to
let it
grow.
go. Some people let it go safely, right? Like, but some go to resent you because they keep imagining the life they could have had.
And it's painful.
And it's painful, and they keep blaming you for such a long time.
Not realizing.
They don't realize it.
They
It's not
don't
like they don't
realize
love you.
it's
No,
true.
they love you. Your person loves you. That
Yeah,
woman
they
loves
love
you. But she'll always wonder what could have been different. She'll always look back in sadness of what might have been. When she sees her other friends that are now in boardrooms, she's like, I started out with the Claires. You see Claire, the CEO of this and that. Yes, we worked together. We worked together back in, and you made her choose to probably follow you to a different country, or stay home and raise kids, and then you promised her that, let me go and grow my career or something.
Sorry, it's okay.
You promised her that, for me, let me go and grow my career and then take care of us, and she'll always wonder. So I know that thing where you choose the other person and you don't choose yourself, because there's that whole women are not to forgo career. There's where you decide that I'm going to choose to take care of my children, or I'm going to choose to stay home and take care of my home. This is what I want. This is what makes me happy. But the moment it comes to a question of, if
One or
it's,
the other.
when you're
made
choosing
to
for the other person, when you're being made to choose,
It's hard.
it always
Because
comes
at
back
the
to
end
what
of
your
the day,
relationship.
if you think about it, like there's room for both of
You to grow, to make sacrifices here and there. Each of you can tweak.
Yeah.
I think, and maybe that's why the Bible has the thing of dying to self. Because even in those situations, it's like someone has to first die coke for some time and then be able to resurrect later.
Yes, and
It's
then
like
the
you
other
have to,
guy.
because and you go maybe hopefully your partner also is someone who's recognizing that you've made this sacrifice, but then there's another phase. You know how there are women who have, maybe they've given up this part of their life. We're not giving up, dedicated this part of their life to do XYZ, maybe family. And then in the next season, they change the tables. Now in this season,
go and
she has to have the role
now
to do
he
XYZ.
goes,
You have to keep dying.
Yes.
You die.
You have to keep
This
that.
season,
the other person
Can't be one
flourishes.
person flourishing all the time, all
through
the
and
time.
through,
Especially it can if that's how you want it, but if you don't,
you
want
can't do it
don't
as many
fool
times. You
yourself.
can't. You can't.
You're just a
You can't
person.
keep doing
I read
it
I
and
think it
getting
was
away with
Daphne
it.
and Kima. Their anniversary.
Oh, it was so
It
sweet.
was the most beautiful thing. I love men who really let their women just flourish in their
Did you see that
careers.
she just got her master's degree?
Yes, but that's why she wrote a
in
post.
oil and gas. I was like,
She
wow.
wrote
She
about
wrote a post about it.
support.
She was pregnant. Daphne and your husband. my
And you see,
God.
they've also shared about
Thank
the
you
fact
for sharing.
marrying from different
Yes,
tribes,
yes,
like
yes.
such different people, and how quite
They're
hard
really
that was.
feeling
Yeah,
us. They really
You should check out their channel,
It's
guys.
beautiful. It's beautiful to see, like, just support it. Sometimes, you know, like people can be saying the bad stories always come out very easily. Everyone is ready to gossip about the bad ones. But why aren't you gossiping about the good ones? Also, gossip for us and tell us, wow, the things are so happy, amazing.
And
those
if
are the
you're,
stories
if
you
you're,
hear.
I know people are going to say, what is the channel? The Ekimas.
Yeah.
The Ekimas. Just
Ekima is
just
EKIMAS.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
Hopefully
Ekimas.
remember
You see
Never
them,
Link.
Daphne.
Yeah.
Try to remember Never Link. But yeah, it's nice when you hear about the nice things. That's
Emma,
one of
I
the good
think
things
it's
actually
Emma.
that we get on the internet. So at least you see couples who are telling you, no, good things are possible.
Yeah.
Let's move. Like there are good things.
And I know Daphne personally, so I know how present her husband is.
Oh yeah, I've seen them as well. I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them as well in a personal.
And they got married really
setting.
young. I remember Daphne had just finished school, and the sister is my friend, so I was like, in my head, I was just like, you're even getting married before us. She's really young, so, but I see how they've really worked their relationship, and you know, like now I look at them and I'm like, wow. Look at you, like wow, well done.
Which goes to show that you can both survive. They're both loyal.
And there's no
they're
formula
both
in
rising
this
in
thing.
their
Yes,
careers.
Some people marry early and boom, that's your
And
thing.
boom, yes.
Other guys marry early, it doesn't work. Like
doesn't
it just,
work out.
there's no formula, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, but there's a bunch of relationship myths we could get into. Honestly, we had a long ass list.
What are yours?
Yes.
Yeah, but tell
the
us
things
about
you've
it.
had, and we talk about it.
Yeah.
We can take the conversation to that.
Comments. Instagram.
Yeah.
All the comments. So that was it from us. Definitely let us know what you're thinking and all of that. And subscribe right now. Just stop, subscribe, and then